Hello. Do you have 8 minutes and 49 seconds for a pep talk today? Join me. I'd like to share something with you. Hello and welcome to Coffee Talk. I have a brief thought for you today. It's something I've really been thinking about, and it's the price of thought. Many years ago, my family and my little boys, we used to go to Disney World every year. Now, some things with Disney have gone askew in recent years and we don't go any longer, but there were all of these rides and all of these experiences and shows and fun food and all of these things to do. And, some people, their favorite thing was roller coasters or thrill rides. The others, they loved the stuff that went in circles. Ugh, not me. My favorite ride, believe it or not, was Spaceship Earth. And now it moved very slowly, and many park goers even skip it. It's at Epcot. But I always found it very moving. The way that this ride, in case you've never been on it, the way this ride goes, you sit in this car. You don't even have to have lap belts because it moves so slowly. But it takes you up in this huge circular dome. And it begins talking about the early beginnings that we know of humanity. And it takes you through the eras of time. Takes you through the Roman Empire, takes you through the Greek Empire, takes you through all of these things, and then the moon landing and different things like that. And it's so interesting, and everything's animatronic, and it's beautiful, and it's lovely to see. It puts you there. But the thing that really moved me was always at the end of the ride, and because they would ask you what your future may hold and what you would bring to the table. Now, a lot of times they would go off on a tangent about new technologies and what if we had this technology and AI and this and that. But honestly, when they began to ask, what do you bring to the table? How will you impact the world and civilization? How is your life winding up? I would always close my eyes and really begin to deeply think. For some reason, that ride moved so slowly, and the music was so melodic, and the discussion was so inspiring. It gave me a moment to stop in the midst of my busy life and think. And I thought deeply on a ride. Now, I will tell you, usually when we left that ride, I was a little bit somber and a little bit quieter, and it messed with me. It would disrupt the frivolity of the day, and because it made me think. It made me think, and so I'd have to kind of get myself past that and get back into the spirit of things for my kids. But, isn't it true? We live in such a fast-paced society that often we're encouraged to jump blindly back into the spirit of things. Take it work. You are encouraged to jump blindly into this task and that task and this one, and this is piling up on your desk, and get this done and get that done. Or maybe in ministry. I tell you what, there's rarely a service that we go to that somebody doesn't need counseling, or somebody's in the hospital, hey, can you please go here? There's always demands on your time, and I'm not criticizing that. But I am saying that we live in a fast-paced society that pulls at us constantly to keep moving. And the problem is, often we lack time to flesh out the things that are happening to us in our minds. The price of thought, as we know, is time. And as is said in our culture a lot, time is money. And so if you're just sitting, I grew up in a household that if you were sitting still, what are you accomplishing? What are you doing? Why are you sitting there? Sitting was seen as lazy, or it was seen as being shiftless. But no. Let me tell you, sometimes we need to invest that time. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but here's the thing. The price of thought is time, but also the price of thought is when you will sit down and be still and really think, turn off the phone, get away from people, separate yourself, even if it's for 20 minutes. I'll tell you, you'll begin to think about, who am I? What do I need in my life? How am I doing? And a lot of times that thought is a scary place. And sometimes we don't want to slow down and think because we don't want to answer those questions. So the price of thought is not just time, it is discomfort. So why do it? Well, quite simply, because I believe the price of thought is far less expensive than the price of no thought. What is the price of no thought? When you will not slow down and reconsider your life, the status quo never changes. Guys, no matter how much you think someone's going to swoop in shining armor and a white horse to save you, it's not happening. When you don't take the time to reflect and see what you need and what you need to work on with yourself, the status quo never changes. You continue doing what hasn't worked for you for years, for many more years. You become stuck in a rut. Not only that, but when you don't take time to reflect, you will miss out on opportunities that other people can plainly see, thinking, well, why don't they step into this? They have this skill. Why don't they do this? But when you are so task-oriented and you're moving, you never have a moment to stop and reflect and think about the opportunities that are being presented to you. And slowly, you're losing your lifetime to things that don't matter, to things that do not fulfill, and to things that sometimes cause friction for you and your family. The price for not thinking is far greater than the price you must pay to simply slow down, take some time, and reflect. That is my challenge to you today. Set the phone aside. Take 20 minutes, even if you heat up some hot tea, make you some coffee, go get a root beer, whatever, get you a little something. Set your phone in another room. Don't set it on the table. It's too easy to pick it up. And somebody will definitely interrupt you at this time. Set your phone in another room. Go outside in the backyard. Go back in your bedroom. Go to a little cafe where nobody will come around you. Go and sit for 20 minutes. Give it 20 minutes to start. No agenda, no list. You could bring a pen and paper, sure, but don't have anything on it. Go sit and allow yourself to think. You'll be surprised at how inspiring it is when you begin to look at your life, at what you've accomplished, but you'll also see how challenging it is to say, oh my, I thought I would be here by this time. And if you think long enough, you'll start saying, what steps do I need to take to get there? Can I take a step today? Thinking is powerful. Take some time for it today. You guys have a great day.